Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us for Get to Know NC Tech. I'm Emily Young, Senior Manager of Member Engagement, and whether you are employed by one of our current members or you're interested in learning more about joining NC Tech, this presentation will provide a general overview of the association, our network of members, our portfolio of events and activities, as well as resources available to our members. NC Tech has 600 plus member companies, organizations, and institutions that include startups, mid-sized businesses, and large enterprise companies. We have members located from the mountains to the coast. Our largest concentration of members is in the Triangle, followed by Charlotte, and then the Triad and Wilmington areas. Membership is corporate, so any or all employees of an organization have access to member benefits. You'll find tech CEOs, CIOs, CISOs, CTOs, sales and marketing, human resources, operations, all part of NC Tech's vibrant membership. Just over half of our members are technology companies, software, hardware, services, telecom, etc. We also have professional services firms, including law firms, accounting firms, consulting and staffing and recruiting firms, and more. We have a member type for nonprofits, educational institutions, and government entities. And we have a growing membership of tech-enabled companies where you'll find organizations such as the Charlotte Hornets, Krispy Kreme, Reed's Jewelers, and many more. So truly a place for any organization within our membership. Our mission is to foster growth and champion innovation in North Carolina's tech sector while providing a voice for the tech community. Our vision is that North Carolina is a global leader where tech professionals, companies, and organizations thrive. NC Tech has a focus on the 4 pillars listed here, under which all of our offerings fall. Sector promotion. We commission and release research on the tech sector, including a monthly IT job trends report, an annual report on how North Carolina is doing in technology, and an annual comparison of North Carolina metro areas to other states' metro areas. We also offer options to bring visibility to our members by highlighting their expertise, innovations, and interesting stories. Professional networks. An important role for NC Tech is to bring people together for business connections and information sharing on business and tech topics. In 2022, we have returned many of our programming offerings to in-person events to include our signature events and summits, networking opportunities, our government vendor forum, and we are continuing to provide informational webinars and other virtual offerings. We will continue to provide those virtual components for the foreseeable future. Our members help drive programming and content by their participation as attendees, speakers, exhibitors, and/or sponsors based on their interest. Government affairs. We are the go-to organization for policymakers on issues affecting the North Carolina tech sector. We provide opportunities for our members to connect with officials at the state and federal levels to ensure that the interests of the tech sector are well represented. NC Tech represents issues on a bipartisan basis, and we develop a public policy agenda. We host our government vendor network quarterly for our members to hear from state leadership and to discuss tech strategy in state government. In a typical year, we would travel to Washington, D.C. in the beginning of each year to meet with the North Carolina congressional delegation and host a Capitol Hill reception for our members and invited guests. So stay tuned to our calendar to see when we are able to bring that back to our offering. Talent development and attraction. NC Tech offers resources and assists our members in the ongoing search for talent and to bring a greater focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion in technology. Several of our events each year and programs have a focus on talent and workforce-related issues. We support talent attraction and growth through industry-specific data, tech-focused Job Expos, and offering a job board that allows free job postings for our members, which you'll hear more about shortly. Let's talk about ways in which you can get involved with NC Tech events, programs and summits, our networks, and utilize our resources. Our signature events make up our annual lineup of our largest events each year. We kick off the year with Outlook for Tech in Charlotte, typically held in January or February. This year, we had to push the event to March 4th and had a great turnout with over 200 in-person attendees. The content at Outlook for Tech is forward-thinking with forecasts, insights, and trends, and is usually really a must-attend for leaders in all industries. In 2023, this event will be held the first week of February, and you can find out more information at our event calendar. On May 12th, NC Tech and presenting sponsor IBM hosted the State of Technology flagship tech conference at the Raleigh Convention Center, and the topic focused on life in the cloud, what's on the horizon. This event features keynote speakers, interactive sessions, and a startup showcase, which provides attendees a chance to vote on the startup who they'd most likely invest their own money in, and the winning startup receives a prize. I believe we are looking at June for this event in 2023, and more information will be coming soon. Our Golf Classic and Leadership Summit are two separate events that were held back-to-back this year on August 10th and 11th at Pinehurst Resort. The Golf Classic provides participants a fun day on the green with regional leaders. Participation in this event is by sponsorship, and we even feature a CIO foursome sponsorship opportunity for interested members to golf with a technology leader. The Leadership Summit is a member favorite and presented by the Board of Directors and Advisors. The summit includes structured discussions and informal networking in a beautiful setting. It's kept small to provide an intimate setting for relationship building with some of the state's top tech executives. We will be looking at August for dates for the 2023 Golf Classic and Leadership Summit for next year. The final big event of the year is always our NC Tech Awards Gala. This event is typically held at the Raleigh Convention Center with 750 plus business, technology, and public leaders. Last year, we were thrilled to have 500 plus attendees returning to the Convention Center for the awards program, which recognizes tech companies, the innovative use of technology, and individuals for their impact and leadership. The application and nomination period opens in the early summer, and the selection process concludes a few months later. We just recently wrapped up that selection process for 2022 and announced the finalists, which you can view online at nctech.org/awardsgala. We look forward to hosting the awards again in person this year on November 29th at the Raleigh Convention Center again. Each year, we gather member input, do research, and implement new initiatives to continually innovate our offerings and bring greater value to our membership and impact the state. In 2020, we plan to hold our first ever Diversity and Inclusion Summit, which we ended up shifting to an in-person event, and we had a wonderful attendance virtually. Again, through the same format virtually in 2021, but we were finally very excited to be able to host the Diversity and Inclusion Summit in person this year at the Sheraton Imperial Hotel and Convention Center in Durham. It was held on March 24th, and we had over 250 registrants, and we explored what was possible when organizations start to harness the power of a diverse and inclusive workforce. So we'll continue to look to host that in person for years to come. And also in 2020, we planned our very first summit for women in tech. So the last 2 years, that event had been held virtually in 2020 and 2021. It allowed over 500 professionals representing over 100 companies and organizations the opportunity to participate and hear from a variety of dynamic speakers and engage in meaning discourse on thought leadership and innovation, looking at the challenges and opportunities that women in today's tech workforce face. This year, we brought the summit to New Bern, North Carolina last month. That is North Carolina's very first capital city, and we had over 200 folks register to attend, whether that was virtually or in person. And the summit had great feedback. We're receiving lots of great feedback on that, and we are excited to continue to host that event in person in years to come. Get to Know NC Tech is what we are on now and is offered monthly, usually the first Friday, for those who want to learn more about NC Tech, how to get involved, and how to maximize your membership. We are also always happy and willing to host these sessions for individual companies that are looking to build out greater employee engagement. And we've done this on site or virtually for member companies from 10 to 15 people all the way up to a room of over 100 folks. So if you would like us to provide this content to your organization and your teams, please let us know. Our members that are interested in developing their own content and programming can sponsor a virtual workshop on a topic that's relevant to our membership or even a more targeted audience. This allows our members to share valuable and expert content in a briefing or workshop format and reach a lot of different individuals by presenting this virtually through a webinar. NC Tech manages the logistics and markets the program to drive attendance, and it's really a turnkey offering for our members interested in providing their expertise to our membership. In 2022, we have added some events back to our calendar that are more networking driven and maybe less content based, including our Brews and Bites social networking events. We host these at breweries or restaurants, and it gives our members an opportunity to come out and get together and meet new faces as well as see some familiar ones. We have not held these. We had not held these since 2019, and we did one in April in Raleigh with over 200 registered, and again in Charlotte last month in September with over 170 registered. And these were really big hits, and we are very excited to host even more of these events in 2023. We'll also look to continue to get back to hosting some other networking opportunities, maybe to include breakfast at the NC Tech office and more. So keep an eye on the events calendar and be sure to read the monthly plug-in newsletter to see what we have coming up. Our member employees can get involved in our networks to make business connections and mind share with their peers. These networks meet to discuss a variety of topics, are targeted at various audiences throughout the year, and are different formats. These can include panel discussions, roundtable discussions, in-person events such as dinners and receptions, and more. So NC Tech convenes CIOs and IT executive leaders, as well as CISOs and IT security leaders, all whom have enterprise responsibility within their organization. And we bring them together for networking activities, information exchange and best practice sharing conversations, and you'll see different formats throughout the year. We have executive network roundtable sessions held quarterly, virtually, and this provides a chance to discuss different topics, and participating executives sort of lead those discussions and choose what to talk about each quarter. We also host networking receptions that are more informal and meet in different locations, as well as exclusive dinners across the state for these networks. NC Tech's annual Cxo Auction provides members a chance to win a one-on-one meeting with an executive that's participating, and proceeds support our programming, including our Education Foundation, which administers a scholarship for women pursuing a degree and career in tech and/or engineering at a North Carolina higher education institution. I believe the date for this year's auction will be December 7th through the 9th, and more information is coming on that soon. The Tech CEO Network is a forum exclusively for CEOs and founders of North Carolina headquartered tech companies. We will convene this network similarly to our CIO and CISO networks in person and perhaps virtually multiple times throughout the year. Our government vendor network focuses on how technology is procured and deployed in state government. This network also meets quarterly, and we bring senior state officials and policymakers in to discuss challenges they're facing and how technology might provide solutions in efficiency and cost reduction. The next government vendor network meeting will be held in person with an option to tune in virtually on October 18th. This network is a member-only network, so if your organization is not a member but would like to participate in these, I'd be happy to provide more information on getting you on board as a member. Our Women in Tech Network offers networking and programs to explore how we can support women in tech and how to ignite a passion in young women who are interested in STEM fields through our Education Foundation and scholarships. If you would like to receive communications from NC Tech on our programs and upcoming events, please let me know and we'll get you added to that list. Ambassadors for NC Tech are volunteers who help grow our network by providing referrals and introductions, assisting new members with familiarizing themselves with the benefits of membership, and more. If you have a passion for what our association does and you would like to be a leader that helps enrich that experience for others, please let us know, and we will provide more information on that. The Board of Advisors network consists of leaders from within our membership who are committed to strengthening NC Tech while also building their own professional networks and receiving some advisor benefits. Advisors provide insight and advice throughout the year and in return gain added visibility and recognition in a variety of ways. We also feature advisor-only activities in different locations multiple times a year, and participation is limited to 1 seat per member organization and does include a fee in addition to your regular membership dues. If your organization is not already participating, I'd be happy to provide information on what that would look like to add that to your membership. Business connections are very important, and we provide different ways for our members to connect with each other. NC Tech Connect is a virtual community platform that member organizations are able to participate in. So anyone can create a profile, get into the platform, join interest groups, which are open to all employees of member companies. We have leadership groups that are exclusive to our board of directors, board of advisors, and we have peer groups that are exclusive to folks who are in different roles within their organization in our membership. So you'll see those peer networks and more within NC Tech Connect. Interest groups include cybersecurity, women in tech, diversity and inclusion, and talent. And we are continuing to provide virtual options for participating and networking during our events across the calendar year. Talent attraction. I mentioned our Tech Job Expos. This past week, we just had, on October 5th, our 3rd and final expo for 2022. We held one in the spring as well as in the summer. These expos brought together over 1,000 job seekers collectively throughout the year, and each job expo had over 24 individual featured employers that were showcasing their current opportunities. We're in the planning stages for putting together 2 options for expos in 2023, and that information will be posted as soon as that is determined. We also have a Tech Job Center where our members are able to post unlimited job openings for free at any time. Our research consists of a monthly report that we send out to our membership highlighting IT job trends, and it provides a snapshot of top occupations, skills, and metropolitan areas that are currently hiring for tech roles, as well as the number of tech openings across the state each month. Last year, in December of 2021, we released our first Tech Innovation Index, which is an annual comparison of North Carolina metropolitan areas to other states' areas. This methodology that we used to provide this report was developed with input from NC Tech leadership, and it uses a list of metrics grouped into 3 sub-indexes: tech talent supply, tech talent demand, and innovation. The data used to compare metro tech performance will be released annually, and that is coming up very soon. So check out our events calendar to sign up to view the release of this year's index. And then I also mentioned our NC STIR report. It's our annual report comparing North Carolina and other states across the board in different areas. So that report can be viewed at ncstir.com, and we do release the key findings from that report each year at the Outlook for Tech event. Here you'll see some other resources, including our marketing toolkit, which is a great way to provide and display and promote your membership affiliation, get your employees involved, and to build awareness and company visibility. A great tool with the marketing toolkit is a form that you can fill out and spotlight your organization in an upcoming blog. So that resource is available. And if you have any questions on how to use the marketing toolkit, please let us know. We're also proud to feature member-to-member resources, which are member-only exclusive benefits that provide money-saving solutions on products and services. Through member-to-member, NC Tech is pleased to offer discounts on travel, electronics, HR and 401k services, executive education, and electronic recycling offerings. If you would like to add something to this portfolio to offer to our members, please let me know and we can get your offering added. Members can connect through NC Tech's social media and online platforms to make connections and share information, and you can connect with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and newly we've added an Instagram account. Those links are found on our website, and we'd love for you to connect. NC Tech has a member directory where our members are able to showcase their company, and you can search this directory through different categories and with an A to Z alpha search. This concludes our presentation, and we're happy to answer any questions. We'd love to set up time to chat with you if you would like to discuss membership further, if you have any questions on any of the events and offerings that were covered in the presentation, and if you'd like to get one of these presentations scheduled with your team. My information is here, as well as Michelle Kelton, our VP of Strategy and Development, and you can learn more about everything at www.nctech.org. Thank you so much for your interest in NC Tech, and we look forward to working with you soon.